Hey y'all. So, uh, when spirit tell me to do something, I just do it. Sometimes I argue. Sometimes I buck against it. Sometimes I don't want to do it. Like I felt like this strong movement in my spirit to share with you what God was showing me. But at the same time, I was like, maybe I should just record it. But I heard no, go live. And I was like, well, maybe I should just record it. And I heard no, go live. And then I remember that last night I had a dream that I was trying to record something and my phone either died or ran out of storage. And I just heard in my spirit, my storage is empty and I am available to you. And that goes with the message that I was just told. The Most High was like, when I tell you, when I'm about to give you something new, and I'm going to take my glass off because the reflection is distracting me. When I give you something new, or I tell you I'm about to do a new thing, and I tell you don't put it among the old things, or don't bring nothing new into the old space, or wait until my spirit tells you to bring this new thing into the space because I have to renew the energy before you put the new thing in there with the old things. And then I'm like, well, can I just bring the old things and then just, bring the new things and then just not put it out? And it's like, no, I said, don't even bring it. Don't even bring it. Don't even take nothing old with you. And it's because you can't put the old things and the new things in the same space because God is a God of vibrational frequency, of energy, and the vibrational frequency of the old stuff is not the vibrational frequency of the new stuff. And when you're dealing with how circuits and stuff work, and that's why you have to have surge protectors and stuff like that, because they have low frequencies and then they have high, they have positive, they got negative, and if they intersect or they cross without the protection, then they can disrupt one another. Like the higher vibrational frequency will totally disrupt the lower vibrational frequency, and God said, I don't want you stirring up them demons. Leave them alone. I got a cap on you right now because I don't want you disturbing the demons because I don't want them messing with you. So you could be very well a person that disrupts and disturbs other people's vibrational frequency because yours is at a different level than theirs. This is not saying you're good, better, or in anything. And it's not saying that, you know what? God said, stop trying to soothe them. Okay. Sometimes your vibrational frequency is higher than other people's, or the people that you're around, and you disrupt their frequency. You might disrupt their demons. You might stir up their shit that they're not ready. You might be an activator, and this makes you have a very lonely life a lot of times because being an activator, you don't realize that just your presence causes people to shift, and it could be at such a deep level it's not able to be perceived on the surface because you shift people. Interactions with you cause people on a deep spiritual level to begin to move, to begin to, I saw acceleration of sales. So you activate people, and oftentimes this can manifest as, like somebody who you trying to wake up and they not ready to wake up, and then they say, they pull the covers back on them, or they tell you go to sleep because you too woke and you too ready for the day. And that's the energy, honestly, y'all, of everybody in my house except for my little people. They wake up before me, and so I'm like, go to sleep. But then sometimes I wake up before everybody in the house, and I'm just like, well, what's the point of me being woke? I can't do nothing because everybody else sleep. And that's how I feel in my life a lot of times. What's the point of me being woke? I can't do nothing. Everybody else sleep. Ain't nobody as woke as me. And ain't nobody else awake like me. Ain't nobody as alert as me. And why am I up and I'm moving around just aimlessly in nothingness because I can't do anything until everyone else in the house is awake? Y'all, that is what the Most High do not want you to believe. Do not believe that just because ain't nobody else in the house awake, you can't go do something. You cannot do what you're supposed to do. You're a trailblazer. You can pray, you can meditate, you can create something, you can set the tone for your day, you can change and manipulate and manifest the vibrational frequency in the house around you. And sometimes it's okay to just do whatever you got to do without nobody else. That's what the Most High wants you to know. You can just do whatever you got to do without nobody else. And sometimes, a lot of times, that's what you're doing anyway. So why is this so different? Okay, let me get on back to the point. So the Most High was telling me about putting the old stuff and the new stuff together because this is the spring, and you had the whole winter time for everything to wither, die, and, go through its season, and now it's the season for things to grow up, and you got to get rid of weeds and stuff like that. Most High been talking to me about cultivating, and I've been working on my garden, and I was like, okay, Most High, you done showed me visually what to do, how to do this garden, because I have absolutely no idea what to do, because the videos I was watching, everything is complex and costs a lot of money, and I ain't got it right now, but you told me to do it, so how I'm going to do it? He said, if there's a will and you're willing to do what I tell you to do, there's a way. I'm going to show you. And I was just getting visions in my head of how to set stuff up. And then I kept hearing about that message with the lunar eclipse in Scorpio that happened on May the 5th, and the Most High was saying you got to cultivate positive energy. And I was like, okay, and I was led to look up the word cultivate. So I did, and it's not in this book, but it's in that video. And it's on my YouTube, and many of you already seen it because I uploaded it to Facebook. But I went and bought a cultivator to work on my garden. Y'all, cultivating that ground for that garden, breaking that ground up to prepare to sow seeds to plant my little sproutlets in that I posted about my little babies, my little veggie babies graduating from their nursery, their little small pots, into graduating to the garden bed. That's what you're doing. You're graduating from your nursery where God took you and isolated you and allowed you to grow to a place of maturity where you could stand and you could defend and fend for yourself and survive and thrive and have the room when He plants you in your new place of fertility, of fertile ground. And I was so excited because I felt it in my spirit. I felt it on a spiritual level when I was putting my little veggie babies in the ground yesterday. I was like, yeah, they're going to grow big. They're going to grow strong. I'm going to watch over. I'm going to protect them. I'm going to guard them the whole time. But then now they're in a different space. They're in a bigger space. And I was told to grind up the watermelon that my kids had eaten, grind up the watermelon rinds into like a smoothie and put it in the ground and pour it into the ground, because I was like, maybe I need to go get fertilizer. And the Most High was like, no, everything you need is in that watermelon rind. It's got the phosphorus, the nutrients, everything, the potassium, everything that's needed for those plants to grow. Grind it up and put it in the soil. And when I did, that soil turned over and was so wonderful. But breaking up that ground was hard. There was roots in that ground. There was bugs in that ground. There was weeds. And the Most High said, when I tell you to cultivate positive energy, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard work. It's going to be back-breaking labor, because you don't realize what's underneath the surface until you dig it up. And this is what's going on with us in our spirit, is that the Most High is cultivating our positive energy. In this time, there's going to be some hardships and some turmoil. There's some things that are going to be taking place, and the Most High has given most of us foresight. There's a lot of us who have foresight, and you know that God told you to do something, but then you like, I don't know how to do it. There's no excuse. If God told you to do it, He's going to give you the instructions. I swear, I promise you, and you're going to be able to accomplish it, because right now you're not just cultivating positive energy, you're cultivating, or positivity, you're cultivating your courage, you're cultivating your confidence, you're cultivating your ability and your strength, your inner strength to be a forerunner. That's why you have foresight, because you're the forerunner. And people say, well, I got foresight, but I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what the path is. The path is faith. You are the trailblazer. There is no path until you blaze it. There is no trail until you make it, until you pave it, until you put the rocks down, until you navigate it. You are the navigating system, because there are people that need a way out of where they are, and you are the leader, and that's why you don't have nobody to follow, because you are it. You are it. You are it. So you have to trust your intuition. You have to have faith. You have to trust. You have no other choice, because other than that, you just awake, standing still. You gotta create the path. So the Most High was letting me know, my nose itching. You know, when your nose itching, you know, your nose. I knows. Okay. So, then I saw that, like, I remembered when I was in the church and when I was a child, how they would be talking about when God would send His people to conquer a land or send them to a place, and then when that place was now belonging to the Most High and the Most High's people, that they weren't to keep anything. They were to utterly destroy everything except those certain things. The certain things that they were told not to destroy, people be like, well, He told them not to destroy this and that. were they able to keep that? Because those things were a vibrational match for the newness. Those things and those people might have never been tainted by the energy of that space at that time. I'm not going to get too deep into it because I don't have those specific scriptures on me, but the Most High wants you to trust my word, and my words are not in a book with a spine in a library. My words are in a book with a spine in your library inside you, your DNA, your consciousness. Listen to me. And then I heard Jiminy Cricket, always let your conscience be your guide. Your subconscious is like, is what's actually controlling you. So what you have to do is you have to consciously reprogram your subconscious. And it's not an easy process. This is a cultivation process, because as you go into breaking up those habits, those thought processes, those learned behaviors, those personality traits. And I had to tell my uncle one time, we was having a conversation. I said, when God calls you, well, God, I was talking about me personally. God had called me to do something. And I said, and I was crying, and I said, it hurts to break my personality. God is breaking my personality to make me new. I said, this hurts because it's hard work. It's things that are being brought before you all the time that you never knew. Like Pocahontas, you'll learn things you never knew. And I get choked up because you find out all those traumas, those triggers, those behaviors that you have. You have a mirror right in front of you, and that's what it's like to be on a twin flame journey. Or you have a mirror right there in front of you at all times. You cannot run. You can't hide from yourself. My spirit guy is silly because I keep hearing, you can't run from the Lord. You can't, because all the all-seeing eye is inside of you. It's like looking from the inside, outside, from all angles, at all times, then having someone reflect to you just in case you missed it. So, what you missed, just in case what you missed it. You're not gonna miss it. There's no missing it. And so, I'm like, okay, now I'm being led to tell y'all about the all-seeing eyes, or the eye of God, or the omnipresence, or the omnipotence, or like how God sees us through. Okay, we're all connected. I'm gonna slow down because I'm getting it fast, but I can't say it fast because then it won't make sense. Okay, imagine a being. And that being says, I want to experience everything on every level. And this is why in the scripture it's telling you that Jesus, Yahushua, whatever people want to call him, the ascended master, Christ, that embodied the Christ consciousness, that he experienced everything we experience. How is that possible? It's possible if this is a larger creature or energy source, and this energy source just explodes into God particles. And that's what I call them, God particles. And these God particles are all us individually walking this planet. All of us experiencing different things from different angles, from different viewpoints, having different backgrounds, having different cultural experiences and environmental norms. Okay, those God particles, let's just imagine that it was a seed, and the seed is your pineal gland. So your pineal gland is your third eye. It's photosensitive. It can receive light. It can create light. Okay, and its enlightenment is the source of enlightenment. The eye of Horus. It is the pineal gland. It is an eye, so it can see. Your subconscious can see even when your eyes are closed. Your brain is always downloading and uploading information and translating it into our reality and our perception. So, y'all, I'm giving this to y'all as I'm like, in front of me, it looks like a diagram. I can see it as I'm talking to you. Okay, so one side. Okay, turn it around. Okay, so we got, that's an eye, and it sees all the time. Now, that's how God is judging us. He's not judging us from someone else outside pointing a finger at you. Because even as I point this finger at you, it's 1, 2, 3 pointing back at me. So that's what my grandma used to say. And from the inside, God is sitting on this throne in this crown chakra, viewing everything that happens as a witness. You are the witness because you are like the avatar that the energy sits behind and witnesses what's going on at all points. And then as you realize the oneness of us all, you don't just sit behind these eyes and judge. You're able to see how everything inside of you is reflected in the others surrounding you, because in order for those people to be around you, you're in some way resonating at a frequency that is a match for them to be in your energy. At any given time, you graduate and you ascend in some form, energetically, vibrationally. You have to get a new body. You got to get a new mind. Be ye not conformed to this world, but transformed by the renewing of the mind. So once you elevate in frequency and are no longer vibrational match, there's a friction that takes place, and there's a repulsion. And as long as you try to stay in the same place where that old energy is that you are no longer a vibrational match for, that you no longer match up with, the longer you try to stay in that, the more painful and hurtful it is. So that's the more painful and hurtful people become towards you, you towards them. In some way or form, you're going to always be offending each other because it's time to move on. You've graduated. You can't stay in the third grade if you've exceeded the requirements and succeeded in learning the lessons for the third grade. It's time for you to move to the fourth. But if you stay in the third grade, then you're going to be in a cycle of redundancy. And then that toxicity will get into you. You'll either become lazy, complacent, or you'll start getting into mischief. So God is saying, it's time for you to go to the next grade. It's time for you to go to the next level. That has nothing to do with those people who are not graduating with you or going to the fourth grade with you. They've gone to the fourth grade. They might be going to another school in the fourth grade. They might be going to another school in the third grade that teach them the same things a different way. You know, that's not your business. That's not your problem. That's not your responsibility. What's your business, your problem, and your responsibility is to move when you're told to move. When you graduated and you stay in the same places, just like those flowers, they were in that small little cup. That was the nursery. That was their safe space. But at some point, they began to die because their roots were bigger. And when you're dealing with plants and trees, their roots and their branches extend as far as they can go. So what you don't know is that the tree is a tree over above the ground and under the ground. So under the ground, the roots are spread out as far as the widest limbs on the tree. Well, you can't do that if you're in a confined space and you can't branch out. That means that your roots will not support your growth. Y'all get what I'm saying? Your roots ain't supporting your growth. Your roots will not support your growth, and what you will do, you'll wither, you'll die. There are parts of you that are going to die or going to fall off, or as you get taller, because you don't have what you need to spread your arms out in balance, you're going to tip over. You're going to fall. So what you need is that support system. So God is moving you to a place where you will have the support that you need to grow in your mission, to grow in who you truly are and who you were meant to be. So it's bittersweet because you feel like, okay, I'm leaving the nest, but you've outgrown it. There's no room for you. New birdies got to be in them nests, or that nest is, it's over with. It's 11:11 right now, y'all. A portal of opportunity. Portal is open. So I kept hearing Frodo, Lord Frollo, whatever, off of The Hunchback of Notre Dame from Disney. God been talking to me in movies since I was a kid. And I kept seeing him say to Quasimodo, remember Quasimodo, this is your sanctuary. He's in this big, huge, what looked like a church cathedral. He was in a big cathedral. And Frollo never wanted him to go out to the outside world. He said, I want you to remember you are ugly. And he's like, I'm ugly. And you are deformed. I am deformed. And these are crimes for which the world will never forgive you. And he was like, I'm your only protector. He said, you are my one defender. and he was like, I'm the one who clothe you, feed you, dress you, all this stuff. And he was oppressed by a situation that he was outgrowing, and all he had was himself, the gargoyles. But anyway, the point is, Frollo wanted him to stay in a low place. He never wanted him to ascend. He never wanted him to experience anything. And this is someone who was meant to protect him and watch over him, but didn't know that he was the one in the first place who had killed his family, had killed his mother, and taking him out of the place where he probably would have flourished. But you know what? This is a shoulda, coulda, woulda situation. The Most High wants you to know that there are no mistakes. He was put in that specific place for a specific time, for a specific purpose, and everything works out for the good of those who love God. And Quasimodo loved God. He had strong faith. But he endured such harshness and cruelty. And this is, y'all come with me. Y'all might have endured such harshness and cruelty. And they even beat him. They beat him in the original movie. I saw the original movie before the Disney version came out. In the original movie, they beat Quasimodo. Frollo beat him until his back was open and exposed. And that hunch on his back, when he took a leap of faith to save Esmeralda, wings exploded out of his back. The whole time, the hunch on his back was his wings. Do y'all see what I'm saying? When somebody is telling you something is wrong with you and you ugly and that you can't go forward and you will never be this and you will never be that, even if they don't say it to you, but they show it to you in their actions, but they treat you in such a way and you can feel it, but you can't prove it, that's that narcissistic energy, because they are chameleons. And they'll make it seem like you're the one who's attacking them, when all along this a whole gang stalking of individuals who have collectively gotten together to attack you and beat you and bruise you. And you don't have a victim mentality. You just confused because you are looking at it like, how do I feel this way? But they're not saying that. They're saying kind things like, hi, how are you? But they're not actually caring how you are. They're actually just doing it because now they can go and say, I just asked her how she was and she didn't even speak to me. She had attitude. And it's like, I'm confused because I can see through the bullshit. I felt the energy of that, hi, how are you? Even though the words seemed like they were harmless. So what happened was, you might have been in a situation where you were meant to fly, but you've been walking around with this hunch on your back because all alone it was inside of you what you were supposed to do. But you had to take a leap of faith before you could discover that. And yes, that harshness and that pain, those things that you went through, they were strengthening you, but they were also exposing your truth. They were also cultivating your strength. And you're going to need it for this next chapter, for this next thing that's about to happen, for this next thing that the world is about to go through, that I'm not released to say about in specifics at this moment. But the things that are about to happen, these major changes that are about to take place, that were heralded by that eclipse energy in Scorpio. Y'all, Scorpios represent sex, death, and transformation. And so that's creation. In order for something, even a seed, you guys, cause that's why I go ahead and say the whole three things, they represent sex, death, and transformation, because a seed has to be broken open in order to grow. I turn my arrow up. It's getting hot in here. Let me see. In this vehicle. And you have the ability to change the temperature in the room and the temperament in the room too, because of your energy. And y'all, soul energy, solar plexus, God energy, source energy, light energy, that vibrational, high vibration, the faster something is moving, the hotter it is. So, if you experiencing like, dang, it's hot, the earth is hot. The vibrational frequency of the earth is speeding up. It's hot. It's hot. You gotta have a vibrational frequency that matches it to keep up and to survive it. Other than everything else gonna be flame broiled, char broiled, charcoal. That's where diamonds come from. No, baby, diamonds come from pressure, not just heat. They come from pressure. You gotta be transformed. Okay, God, thank you. I just saw how we're gonna be transformed because he said pressure washing and I heard transformers and then I saw the charcoal under immense heat and pressure. That's why you the trailblazer. And that's why God was showing me the umbrella of protection over everybody, because those who ascend first and get their crystalline bodies first will extend the umbrella of protection over those who are in transition or not yet strong enough. And it's only going to block so much. We ain't meant to take it all on, y'all. I don't want you to mistake it and think, oh, I can coast on through this and I don't have to do my soul work. They're just holding it back a little bit. But when those wings go back out the way and the Most High tell us to step back, y'all on y'all own. They on their own. Because I realize I'm talking to angels too. They on their own. So you got to do what you're told to do in order for the mission to be complete, accomplished. What else I saw? I heard you will shock the world. So I don't know if that means like what scale or caliber you will be seen, but or if this is spiritually, because sometimes you guys, you have to understand that your impact can be greater and still nobody know you did it. You know you did it. God knows you did it. Your energy, your soul essence. You might have an immense impact on many people, and just through your interaction with them, just because you might not have even interacted, they might have just saw you smiling. And you brightened their day because they was like, somebody still smiles. I walked through the store and this lady told me people don't smile no more. And I was just cheesing. I was just happy within myself in my own little world. I wasn't even there until she started talking to me. And then I was sort of like, dang, I'm interacting with people. Okay, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Nothing. She was just telling me that I had a pretty smile and that people don't smile no more and it brightened her day. And that was the end of our interaction. And you don't realize you're impacting people just by being you. So be you. Can't nobody else do it. Who else gonna be you if you ain't being you? Nobody ever know who that is because you're not out there doing it. So get out there and do it. So the Most High was showing me, I said, what scripture goes with what you was telling me about history and people, when God had someone conquer a location or whatever and told them not to put the old stuff with the new stuff. Ironically, the scripture that came to me was Joshua 7:2-13. But I just saw, but as I opened up my Bible, I saw Joshua 2:22. And it said, they departed and went to the mountain and stayed there 3 days until the pursuers returned. The pursuers stalked them all along the way, but did not find them. And the Most High wants you to know that you are in a secret place and you will not be found. It's gonna be like a vibrational frequency where your enemies won't be able to find you. They won't be able to find you. And that's all. That was for somebody in particular. When you are told or led to do something and you do it, you don't have to worry about your enemies. They can pursue you all they want, so they're not gonna find you. But 7:2, okay. Okay, it says, now Joshua sent men from Jericho to Ai, and I thought that was funny. Joshua sent men from Jericho to Ai, and I was thinking about this artificial intelligence and how the Bible or the sacred texts are actually talking about your consciousness. And they're talking about things that are going on with the world consciously, and I'm going to break it down later on, probably in another video, because when I saw that, I was like, AI, they were going to invade the artificial intelligence and do what? Y'all, you ain't got to go there with me. Me and God go places that don't nobody else go sometimes. Anyway, because and then I was led to look up these names of these places because Most High was telling me these are areas in the body or pathways in the brain, or they have something to do with the Hebrew alphabet and what their meanings are. Because he said, I'm gonna go back. Go to read, Charmaine. Now Joshua sent men from Jericho to Ai, which is beside Beth Aven on the east side of Bethel, and spoke to them saying, go up and spy out the country. So the men went and spied it out. Ai. They returned to Joshua and said to him, do not let all the people go up, but let 2,000 or 3,000 men go up and attack Ai. So I was reminded when I saw a memory from my videos that I did in my lives, and I was telling you guys about a dream I had where the masculine energy was behind a veil and they were preparing for something. They had to gather their strength for something. And the divine feminines couldn't see it. They were blind. So you can't see what your masculine is doing, but they're doing something, preparing their strength for something because they have something they need to do. Maybe some form of a battle or something. But their energies or their frequencies are doing something that is outside of your spectrum of sight. And it's on my
channel, I think. What did I have on? I think I had on the camouflage clothes on that video. Anyway, this was reminding me of that vision. And he was saying, do not worry all the people there, for the people of AI are few. So this is only a few beings in AI. So there's like, don't send everybody up there, just send a couple thousand people. So about 3,000 men went up there from the people, and they fled before the men of AI. And the men of AI struck down about 36 men, and they chased them from before their gate as far as Shebarim, and struck them down on the descent. Therefore, the hearts of the people melted and became like water. So these people was afraid because they was like, okay, we went there and we failed. So sometimes you go somewhere and you fail, and then you'll get discouraged. Your heart might melt. These people were afraid. They weren't on fire no more. Their heart was melted like water. And so Joshua tore his clothes and fell to the earth on his face before the ark of the Lord until evening, and the elders of Israel, and they put dust on their heads. And Joshua said, alas, Lord God, why have you brought this people over the Jordan to deliver us into the hand of the Amorites and destroy us? Oh, that we had been content and dwell on the other side of Georgia. Somebody wish they hadn't left Georgia or something. Anyway, my point is this. Sometimes God sends you somewhere and you like, okay, well, why did I fail? You sent me there. Why did I fail? Y'all, this is a personal message for me too. And I was like, man, I wish I would have stayed where I was at. And this is what he said. We would have been content on the other side of Jordan. Why you sent us over there to get our butt whooped? And the Lord said, what shall I say when Israel turns its back before its enemies? Oh, this is what he said, oh Lord. He said, for the Canaanites and all the inhabitants of the land will hear of it and surround us and cut us off and cut off your name from the earth. Then what shall you do for your great name? And so it's like, you get in a situation where God tell you to do something, go back, and then you like, but I failed. So how am I proving your miracles, God? How am I proving that I did what you said do? How am I proving it if I fail? Now my enemies gonna hear about it, and then they gonna come and attack me. That's why the first thing Most High showed me was that he told them to hide, and that the enemies never did find them. Because God's still gonna extend protection over you because he told you to do something. But we got to get to the juice part of it, y'all, because this is like a whole soap opera. It's like, okay, so you told me to do something, then I got my butt whooped, and then everybody going to see that I failed, and then they going to be like, they was right about me, I'm a failure. They was right about me, I'm ugly, I'm deformed. This is where you get into that dark night of the soul, where you have to cultivate your positivity, cultivate your courage. Okay, so we at verse 10. We ain't got far to go. What I said, we're going to stop at 13. So the Lord said to Joshua, get up. Exclamation point. Get up! Why do you lie thus on your face? Israel has sinned, and they have also transgressed my covenant, which I commanded them. For they have even taken some of the accursed things, and have both stolen and deceived, and they have also put it among their own stuff. Therefore the children of Israel could not stand before their enemies, but turned their backs before their enemies, because they have become doomed to destruction. Neither will I be with you anymore unless you destroy the accursed from among you. So, what happened? What happened? You tried to take some of those people over there that didn't match the vibrational frequency of what was told, what was your orders, what was your mission, what you was told to do. You dragged them people over there. They didn't match the vibrational frequency. They didn't have the same integrity. They didn't have the same mission. And you know what they did? They went over there, they did something that was a sin. And because what a sin is missing the mark and transgressing the law and not doing what was the vision that was supposed to be executed. So they went over there and they did something contrary. They did something that was not in resonance with the original mission. You know what your mission is, and sometimes you got to go through that thing by yourself because you take somebody else with you, they mess it up. And you know what else? You are accountable for what they did because you was given a vision, you was given a mission, you was told what to do. Not only that, you trusted them when they told you something. And that's what happened. He trusted them when they said, don't send everybody, just send a couple of us. Well, you don't know what they spied out, what their intentions were. This is why the Most High tells you to watch and pray. Pay attention, be vigilant, pay attention to the people around you while you pray, because your protection is also your gift. your ability to see through the bullcrap. So what happened? Once I said, oh, I wasn't protecting them. They got scared because they didn't have my vibrational frequency within them. They had the frequency of something else. So I ain't gonna even help you out until you get from around them and get them from around them among the people. Because they took something from that area that was doomed and cursed. And they tried to mix something old energy, some kind of vibrational frequency with the frequency that I have for you. And you can't bring that old stuff with the new stuff. You can't bring that vibration with this vibration because the exact enemy of love, y'all, listen to me, twin flames. The exact enemy of that divine union is fear. Because fear has a disruptive frequency, a lower vibrational frequency that will disrupt that 528 hertz frequency of love. And that's why God kept putting in my spirit. God has not given you the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. And had me looking up the vibrational frequencies of love, power, gratitude, peace of mind. And that's going to be for another message because I actually got to do research for that message because I have a very strong intuitive gift, but God said use your brain too. You got to use your divine masculine brain and your divine feminine brain together. You got to use your logic because there's some people you're going to have to reason with. I heard, come let us reason together, says the Lord. I heard this one when I was a kid in a gospel workshop. I need to look it up. I'll remember when I listen to this video again because I can't receive it sometimes while I'm giving it. So I have to go back and listen. Yes, The Great Divide. That's why I posted that, you guys. I posted the lyrics to the song The Great Divide on my page from Tinkerbell and the Secret of the Wings. Because the Most High was showing me a great divide that was coming down. So the Great Divide, I was actually speaking with a client that day, and she was around me when I got the download. And the Great Divide, the Most High was showing me a sheath in between the right and left hemispheres of the brain, which is the masculine and feminine brain, which is the divine masculine and feminine energies, which is the polarities of the brain. And how some people are more right brain and left brain. And the Most High said, I'm bringing that down because I need y'all to work together. And this was another way that within our own bodies is a unification of the divine masculine and divine feminine energy, and it's time for the twin flames to come together. And the twin flames are the hemispheres of your brain, but also some people have a physical twin flame that manifests physically. And the divine said, I'm taking down the great divide between you. And that sheath is called the great, did I write it down? The great something sheath. Yeah, I think I wrote it down. But I got notes and notes and notes and notes. So, okay. Give me a second. That's 11. Welcome you to Super Duper Jupiter. I think it's time we take a trip to space. Everybody talking and I'm loving what you say. Don't you be afraid to let me elevate you. Welcome you to Super Duper Jupiter love. Why did I just channel that song? Okay. Ooh, now that we're here, the stars are all aligned. So unbelievable, so incredible. Give me your love. Jupiter love, Trey Songz. The stars are aligning. Jupiter represents the God that is giving. It's the God of good fortune. I just heard a great golden transit. Great golden transit. So what I saw with that is gold being given. Silver and gold, silver and gold. Because you chose your divine path, I'd rather have than silver and gold. No fame or fortune, no riches, not too. I'm sorry, y'all gotta sing it until I get out with the message. I'd rather have than silver and gold. No, give me a mansion, top of the hill. Okay. Because you chose your divine path over what you wanted. Okay, this is specific for somebody who has released their divine counterpart or their physical version of their divine counterpart and said, I'm going to follow my mission. I heard, send me, Lord, I'll go. Here am I, Lord. Here am I, Lord. Here am I. Send me, Lord, I'll go. Like you volunteered. Like you said, look, I'm not going to put this human representation of divine love when they're not acting in their divinity, but before you, Most High, you chose your mission, your purpose. The Most High is saying that Jupiter is represented by like I said, the god of fortune. You're going to be given rewards for that and renewed love. I heard repurification of this connection. So, okay, because this is all tying together. Because Most High said that you were damaged in the mission. You was damaged in the battle. You and this person were damaged in the battle, but you're going to be restored. Okay. The hemispheres of the brain is called the Great Longitudinal Fissure, the Great Divide. So look into that song, and that song is going to let you know. The lyrics are on my page for whomever this is for. That's letting you know what's going on. I can't look up the lyrics because I'm using my phone to record right now. But then the answer to that Great Divide song, that's the Divine Feminine. The answer to that is from the Divine Masculine. The Most High had me upload the song from Bruno Mars. Ooh. I would have or I wouldn't have or something like that. Anyway, he's basically saying that he wouldn't have done all the things he had done if he knew one day you'd come. So that was the Most High letting me project to y'all freedom of expression. The Mars is in Leo, freedom of expression. That just popped up on my screen, 11:33. So the Most High is letting you know that there's a spiritual, energetic expression between two of you, like a conversation going on. Okay, I'm coming down off my high. Coming down. I hope I was able to get all out, because y'all, when the inspiration comes over me, the energy is like very strong. And I try to get everything out that I can while the inspiration is on me, because when it's gone, it's gone. Charmaine don't know none of this stuff. Charmaine can't answer your question. Charmaine don't remember what she just got to talking about. It's gone. The channeling is over. Okay. Oh, that's okay. Thank you, Most High. That's why I was told to bring some cards with me. Okay. So the Most High had this person, I was told like a specific thing that I'm supposed to be doing in a specific time. And I was like, okay, Most High, I don't have the tools for this. Y'all, Most High said I might provide what you need to accomplish your mission. And next thing I know, a friend of mine, she said, hey, the Most High told me to send you something. And, she sent me 2 boxes of cards. So when I say that, y'all think it's like 2 decks of cards. No, she sent me 2 boxes full of decks of cards. And all of them were cards that were in my wish list. Cards that the Most High showed me to use to help motivate people, to help you divine feminines understand your divine masculine, and to cultivate appreciation for your journey and understand for what your divine counterpart is going through on their side of the mission. Because at this time we don't have a spokesperson for them, but they going through it just like you're going through it. So anyway, these cards came and Most High was like, okay, when it's gone from what you wrote down from the notes, you got to get the direct information. So what I was told to use was these chakra healing messages, and it says what is blocked. So the Most High wants you to know what is being blocked. What is blocking you from you moving forward into your destiny? What is blocking you from your divine union within self and with your counterpart? What is blocking you? Thank you, Most High, for clear messages so that I may aid in these people's ascension. I dropped it. Okay. Clouded judgment. So you have clouded judgment blocking. So the crown chakra is here, but we also see a butterfly here. So you're going through some kind of transition in your crown chakra. Oh, thank you, Most High, for this vehicle that you blessed me with, because it's like got a little place right here for me to let my cards on. And it's okay. Thank you, Most High. I'm just so grateful for everything and how you make stuff work out. Yeah, Most High is gonna make everything work out for you, and it's gonna line up so perfectly that no matter, there's you just gonna have what they call it, lucky girl syndrome. You could be a guy and have lucky guy syndrome, but I don't know if y'all term for lucky guys the same thing as I'm talking about. But yeah, things just gonna work out for you. It's like things are just working out for you. So clouded judgment is blocking you right now, and that may be some of that post shadow energy from Mercury retrograde. Trouble obtaining financial security is blocking you or this divine masculine. Oh, they go down the butterfly. How long that butterflies on it? No, they don't. Look at this. Okay, hello. We got somebody all the way at the tippy top of the chart, the chakra chart, and somebody always at the bottom of the chart. Y'all, that's balance. I don't know if that ain't that. I can say if it ain't, it is. Okay, so this is the crown chakra at the top of your head. This is representing your connection to source. Yo, God, thank you. This the tree, y'all. This the tree branches. That's the tree roots. That's the root chakra. Let me be rooted on earth as I am in heaven. Oh my God. That's like the divine masculine representation of his energy of the logical brain in the material world, and the divine feminine energy in the spirituality. And they both butterflies. I heard, spread your wings and prepare to fly. You will become a butterfly. Fly something into the sun. If you should return to me, we truly were meant to be. So spread your wings and fly, butterfly. You gotta understand, y'all, that when you had to let go of your divine counterpart had to let go of you, but you never let go of them, and they never let go of you. Look at how it's just the flip side of the coin. This person saw that you, okay, most times they give y'all a reading right quick. This person saw that they said, y'all, okay, y'all, okay. When I was young, this boy, because we were children, and we were so in love. And he said, you're my little Charmaine star. I can never reach you. And he was so discouraged because he said, you be in a whole nother place all the time. I can never go there, because he was more like this. I was more like that, more in the crown, and he was more in the root. But he would sometimes, dream and try to go there with me, like keep follow Charmaine in her little dreams and her little adventures in her mind space. You're their little star. They feel like you're so big. Your gift so big, your consciousness so big, your mind so big, your heart so big, and they feel like they're small. But you're looking at them and you're like, you're so wonderful. You're reflecting each other. You're both in awe of each other, respectively in the dimensions in which you flourish. And that's balance. But you have to learn to work together. But in order to do this externally, you got to learn how to do it internally first. So the blockage, clouded judgment, and trouble obtaining financial security. So this masculine might be having problems with financial security, and you might have problems with seeing your vision, your next step clearly. And this is going on. This is you both mirroring the same thing, because he can't see his next step without the money, and you can't see your next step without him. And I'm not saying that you're not equally important. What I'm trying to say is he can't see, he don't have the vision. You got it. You the crown chakra. And you can't do anything or manifest anything into physicality without him. But he's saying he needs a tool. He needs to activate his tool in the earth before he can utilize your tool in, your foresight. And you saying if you listen to my foresight, we can go get your tools. The divine masculine needs to learn to listen, and you have to learn to gently guide, but with power. Because the divine masculine has to go through an ego death, otherwise he'll never hear this anyway. He'll never hear this. And the most that's what you were showing me. give me a minute, y'all. I came across some notes fell out of my book from a while ago, and it says, look, these pages don't even go in my book. These aren't even pages for my book. These is when I be doing stuff. Most I just give me downloads. I just write them down, then I stuff them inside the book. It says, if your twin doesn't know who he is or that God sent him, then he cannot value you as the treasure you are and as you value him. And if he knows these things but does not heal his ability to express those feelings, then how will you know? So communication needs to heal. Just random. It also says sexual energy clearing and cleansing men and women surrender. Okay, so there's a sexual energy clearing. That's why that super duper Jupiter love thing is there, because before you guys could connect physically, sensually, or physically in the physical form, there has to be some sexual energy clearing because of how the chakras work and how they store up stuff. Somebody's overly analytical and someone lacks stamina and focus. Look at them cards. Same color cards, y'all. So, divine masculine might be lacking stamina and focus, and you might be overly analytical because I'm looking at the colors. Or it could be the other way around, because your divine masculine energy has trouble obtaining financial security. They may be being overly analytical, and because your judgment is clouded, you might lack stamina and focus. You see how you guys reflect each other and how the energy sort of, I heard crisscross. Yeah, they crisscross. Yeah, that way. I had them right. Okay, they crisscross. So, yeah. Spirit said leave it alone. Let it go. They'll figure it out. Because number 26 came to me, and the Most High told me last night with the number 26, it's a lesson you have to learn. Someone can't tell you. 11:44 on the clock. Please look your angel numbers up, because I have found that at different levels and stages of my growth, I could see the same angel number for the past 3 years. And when I graduate, they'll say, you've never seen this number before. And I'm like, I've seen that number before. It's like, no, you have never seen this number before. Congratulations, you just made it to the next stage. And the angel number will literally say something like that. Okay, is there anything else? They told me 6 cards. Anything else that is block they need to know about? It failed. Lack of creativity. So this is a blockage in the sacral chakra, sexual energy. Y'all can't create together because you're not working together. So this is on multiple levels. Damn, y'all. And feeling fatigue. Both of y'all got blocked sacral chakras. That's why the sexual energy clearing has to take place. Look at that. More butterflies. Hey, all the cards didn't have butterflies on. They might. So the chakras that are being worked on right now, you guys, are the root chakra, your crown chakra, and sexual centers, the sacral chakras. All right, let me give y'all a message from y'all counterpart, because I have mostly feminine energies watching this, so we're going to get you a message from your divine masculine. Message from the divine masculine. Bring this full circle. Wheel of morality. Turn, turn, turn. Show us the lesson that we should learn. Animaniacs. Dated 1991. 2, 3, or 4. I didn't ask a question. What message does the people watching their divine masculine energy or divine physical masculine have to say to them? They have to apply it where it resonates. Oversight. I know I made a huge mistake. Y'all, I just shuffled this deck 500 times. This was at the bottom of the deck already. Regret. I wish I could take back the things I said. So this person is in regret because they feel like they overlooked you or they overlooked something. Look at the concern on their face and look just in the darkness. This person is in the dark or is going through a dark night of the soul. And again, with that song, it's like he was saying, like, I did a lot of stuff. I played around a lot. I made a lot of bad decisions. I wouldn't have done it if I knew one day you'd come. Avoidance. Seeing you reminds me of things that are not easy to deal with. You trigger this person. Look at them in their shadow self. Look at the little devil in the little shadow self. That's not me talking about him. You gotta love your shadow. Your shadow need love too. Your shadow need love too. And I'm not saying this person could be a physical representation of your shadow, but still it's your shadow. It's within you. So you might be avoiding something because seeing this person reminds you of things that are not easy for you to deal with. So this person is avoiding you because seeing you reminds them of things. That's why I said the Most High might be separating you at this time. I just see a dragonfly. Y'all, dragonflies represent unity between the twin flames and oneness. Because it's a being. It's one body, but it has two sets of wings. This person doesn't feel worthy. Because on some level, you don't believe in yourself. Influence, you've affected my life significantly. I told you that. This person is going through a dark night of the soul, and they're having to look within. And when they look within, without you, there's just darkness. You see this? Look at that. Light, darkness. This person, this person, lessons. Karma is a bitch. I finally got mine. I told y'all this person has gathered up their strength because they're going through something. Person is getting karma. You might be getting karma too. Good or bad, don't matter. You're polar opposites. The person is going through karma, and I did a video, and the divine told me to make sure I tell you that while this person is going through something, you make sure you're there for them, and as much as you can be. Now, however, that may resonate with you. That is on you. Foolish. The grass wasn't greener on the other side. This person might have been chasing money. This person was chasing that financial security that I just showed you about what was blockage. The blockage was this person chasing money or this person doing something or making a choice based on what it looks like. It looked like it was more fertile ground over there, but it wasn't. Now they're going through lessons. They're having to fight through something because now they're looking within themselves and realizing, hey, you've actually, they tried to take something that you gave them and give it to somebody else. The love and kindness and what they learned from you, they tried to go plant that somewhere else. They tried to go grow something somewhere else and it didn't work. Reconciliation is at the bottom of the deck and safe. It says, we will be together again. You feel like home to me. So this person is going through their emotions and they're diving deep. They're diving deep within themselves, and now they want to reconcile. The energy of reconciliation is there. I'm not going to tell you. The Most High said, y'all stop pressuring me about time constraints. Because, I'm going to tell y'all this because everybody don't be watching me on TikTok. The Most High said to me to tell y'all who be fussing about when. I want to know when. Yeah, right. Whatever, when. Whenever y'all get these messages, and even when the Most High tells you directly, I have to look for it. I don't have it. What is it? Do I remember Most High? Anyway, he said just tell you. You can Google it. It said from the time of John, I think he said John the Baptist, the kingdom has suffered violence, and the violent take it by force. He said, we already got enough going on. Don't come over here and strong hand me. Don't switch over your energy just because you don't see things going your way. You're showing your dark side to the Most High when you're trying to force and take the kingdom by force. Okay? The Most High said, we already suffered enough, and the violent take it by force. It says, the kingdom has suffered violence, and the violent take it, the kingdom, by force. So that means your kingdom marriage, your kingdom spouse, your kingdom energy, your kingdom business. Wait. He who waiteth on the Lord shall renew their strength. Wait, I said, wait on the Lord. That's all I got. I got 2 more decks of cards, so I will go into those and give y'all a couple cards from that. I'll go according to how I'm led. This is a deck of cards that was gifted to me also, and it's called Angels for the Modern Mystic. So, this has never even been opened. Okay. I'm just gonna shuffle. Oh, I love how colorful these are. Look at all these colors, y'all. The Most High got me with all these colors. And all the other decks had all those colors. I just love colors. I'm coming out of the darkness, y'all, into a whole rainbow. Yeah, I'm coming out of the darkness into a whole rainbow. See your true colors shining through. I see your true colors. That's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show. Your true colors are beautiful like a rainbow. Ooh, caught it. Curiosity. Ask more questions. The angel of curiosity is here. Inquisitiveness is the foundation of a fulfilling life. Ask the angel of curiosity to help open your mind. If you aren't interested in any opinions but your own, if your mind is closed, if you think you know all the answers, your life will lack purpose. Curiosity brings excitement, and it is what makes you feel truly alive. Allow the angel of curiosity to fill you up with the wonder of a child again and help you to see the world as a place of endless discovery and enlightenment. Be curious about yourself. Who are you? What matters to you? What do you want to discover about or more about? What do you want to discover more about? Get curious about others too. Why do they behave the way they do? What can you learn from them? Seek out perspectives that are different from your own. Focus on asking questions rather than finding answers. I heard just now in my spirit, live a philosophical life. When something is known, the learning and evolution stop. Never stop asking why. Why? There was this little book my mama had. She bought us like this group of books, and there was this little mouse, and I don't remember his name, but he used to always ask questions. Why? What is a rainbow? And you tell him why? Why? And lately, my baby turkey, he's been asking me why to everything. Why? And it's been annoying me because I'm like, I adopted 1155. I adopted the energy that I got from my parents. Do as I say, And once I said, is that your energy? No, it's not. You're inquisitive. This is a seed of yours. He's going to be inquisitive. Answer the question. Take the time out. Encourage his inquisitiveness. And it's like, slow down, Charmaine. Soft parenting. Slow down. Be in your divine feminine energy. Why? He says it just like that. Why? It's so cute. Attraction. The angel of attraction is here. You are what you need. Shine a light on the people and things you are attracting into your life. Like seeks like. Like seeks like. If you don't value yourself, the people in your life will reflect this lack of worth. Not yet, Turkey. Mama's almost done recording. Wait a minute. He's like, can I come in? He didn't go, why? He didn't do it that time. Okay. Okay. If you don't value yourself, the people in your life will reflect this lack of self-worth. Didn't I just tell you? This is showing you guys how the people in your life reflect something that's going on inside of you. Ask yourself if the people you spend time with mirror the things you admire and love in yourself. Is there a balance of giving and taking in those relationships? Let the angel of attraction help you be more truthful with yourself. If your close relationships are not supportive, you need to reevaluate them or find ways to bring greater balance to them. Bear in mind that your attraction is not just expressed in your relationships, but also through the energetic power of your thoughts, feelings, and most important of all, your actions. If you feel low, counteract that with doing something positive. Actions always speak louder than words when it comes to attracting good things in your life. Y'all, doing the action, and look, there's a person holding a mirror there. And then one of them got shades on. One of them got the sun. One of them got shades. Then there's a magnet there. Right there in the consciousness. So that's letting you know that it begins with your thoughts. Sometimes when you can't do something internally, do it externally. And sometimes when you can't do something externally, do it internally. That's what they're telling you. So let's just say, for instance, your back is hurting, but it was a move that you learned in Taekwondo you wanted to practice, but you can't do it today physically because your back hurting. So this is true story. This is what I did. I used to just imagine me going through the movement so that I wouldn't forget the movements because I couldn't actually physically execute them at that time. So when I was physically able to do it, I remembered them. I was able to physically do it. So that's doing something internally that you can't do externally at the time. Doing something externally that you can't do internally at the time would be like, if I can't right now get my life together and clean up my act or clean up this depression or this anger or energy or this sadness inside of me, let me go clean my house. And then you begin to feel better because you've done something physically to represent what you want to do internally. And they reflect back to each other and they work together because the brain, how the brain works is it doesn't know whether it's experienced something in real time or not. So only you know that. Okay, I just broke this deck in half and I see future here. Time for a new vision. And then I saw this card, just the back of it, and it says love on the other side. So this is what the Most High wants me to read for you guys. I'm going to put these others down. I'm sorry. Go ahead, going to tell y'all this. Empathy, it just says, see yourself and others clearly. So what I'm going to do for these three cards is I'm not going to share them right now because it's 12 o'clock. My time is up. I'm going to take a picture of them. For love, it says, breathe with your heart. And for future, it says, time for a new vision. I'm going to post these on my page for you all to read them and just, let that energy resonate with you however it does personally. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.